Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 15 of What If Naruto Had the Deadliest Bloodline. Remember to give this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the King of the Necromancers over on Anime King 2. And stay tuned for a brand new episode coming over in the making. If you're new, yes, you hear that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what fun every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and your support. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, as Naruto appeared behind the Sound 4, as they were ready to retaliate until they saw who it was, their master had given them specific information to bring him along if he wanted to come with them. But they should not fight him. If it comes up to it, they should take Sasuke and leave. Orochimaru was sure that Sasuke was going to take his chance of gaining more power so that he could kill Itachi. As Naruto knocked away the Sound 4 rather quickly, they were going to retaliate until Sasuke stopped them. As he told Naruto it doesn't matter if he stopped him right here and now, he was going to leave Konoha as Naruto gripped him by the shirt and threatened to kill him as Sasuke told him to go ahead. Because that was the only way that he was going to stop him. Even if he threw him in prison right now, he was just going to grow and resent him. But there was another option to join him. Sasuke told Naruto that he has been seeing him lose control every now and then. And Orochimaru was a sick, sadistic bastard. He had ways of doing things that, well, normal people would not because it involved experimenting on people. He told Naruto to come with him. As Naruto stood there, as he looked at Sasuke as he remembered what Tsunade said, she has been getting nowhere near to find a cure for him, or to slow down this feeding process, which was getting out of hand. So he made a choice. Meanwhile, Sakura was making her way, as she was going to try and see if Naruto was going to let her in so she could talk to him. After all, it was rather late in the night, and he wouldn't let her out there in the cold. She didn't know what it was, but lately, she has found herself worrying about Naruto more and more. With that, she saw Naruto and Sasuke. She was happy to see that they had made up, but they were leaving. She begged them to stay, as she started to cry. As Naruto apologized, she got angry, as she could not understand his reason for leaving. As he flashed behind her, as he apologized once more, and everything went black. As Naruto knocked her with coal, he created a clone to take her home. And with that, him and Sasuke left. Tsunade the next morning was alerted by Sakura when she woke up, as most of the Anvos and Jonins are out of the village, doing missions so that they could repair the village as quick as possible. She only had Genins, newly promoted Chunins as well, as she created a team and sent them after them. This was bad. Sasuke leaving was one thing, but Naruto leaving was even worse. But that was not the only thing. Danzo sent his route after them. Teiwaya was surprised as Naruto protected her, but he didn't protect her for that reason. He told her that he was the one going to kill her if Sasuke died in that coffin of theirs. As Naruto decimated the root Anvos, as he wasn't holding back for once, actually going in for the kill, letting his bloodlust take over. He got up with the Sun group as he had to rest. They could not go as long as him. With that, Shikamaru and the group were able to catch up. They spun a surprise trap on them as Naruto told the Sound 4 to go ahead. He will hold them off. As Naruto waited there until Sakura and the others arrived, Sakura did not want to talk anymore. She was just going to return him back to the village, even if she had to knock him out. Then they would make him understand that what he was doing was stupid. Tsunade also sent out aid from the sand to give their aid to stop Naruto and Sasuke. As Neji, Shikamaru, all of them surrounded Naruto. As Naruto apologized, but they will not take him back. So yeah guys, that's basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across and please check it out for yourself. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the King of Necromancers over on Anime King 2. Stay tuned for a brand new episode from over Anime King, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say we get straight into this new episode? Let's begin. Kakashi Hatake was moving through the trees. The man was not holding back, not a bit, showing his true speed, what he was capable of. That is the exact reason why the medical team was not right behind him. A medical team was coming behind him because they feared the worst, sent by Tsunade the moment he got back to the village after his mission. After hearing what Tsunade had to say, he had raced out here as quickly as possible, as he was now going after the group. As he could see the signs of battle as he moved, he saw the burn marks on the ground. As he feared the worst, he was angry at himself for not being here. If he was, this wouldn't have happened. As the man increased his speed, he jumped from tree branch to tree branch until he finally came to a stop as he landed. There wasn't supposed to be a clearing right here, but there were. All of the trees were obliterated. Destruction all around them. As Kakashi saw all the Genins from the village, he rushed over as he saw Sakura as she was propped up against a tree as he put two fingers at her neck. She had a pulse. As he checked over the others, Shikamaru, all of them were unconscious. Neji and the others, they looked badly beaten, but nothing too life-threatening. He turned behind them. Their life was not in danger. He heard an explosion as he looked. It happened near the Valley of the End. The medical team will get here soon. As he quickly made his way off, their life was not in danger. He had to stop Naruto and Sasuke before things escalate. As he quickly made his way, Tsunade had told him that she sent the sand team for help as well. Perhaps they were the ones trying to slow them down. He was a distance away from there. It took him a couple of minutes to get there. Once he finally arrived, he saw him, but Sasuke was nowhere to be seen. As Naruto sat on a piece of rock at the destroyed foot of the statue of Hoshirama Senju, he was just sitting there, his blonde hair blowing freely in the wind. "You finally made it," said Naruto. Kakashi stepped closer to the blonde as he noticed, as he saw the sand girl in the wall. She was knocked unconscious. He saw several wooden material around them as he looked up to see Kankuro. Her brother was implanted in the wall. He was in a small hole, his body pressed up against it. As he turned to see Gaara, Gaara was face first on the ground. "Don't worry," said Naruto. "His Biju will not come out. They're just unconscious." As Kakashi looked towards Gaara, "I see that you've gotten better at Fuinjutsu." "That I have," said Naruto. "Is the others okay?" "Yes. You should know that. You just knocked them out, right?" "They would not stop," said Naruto. "So I had to put in more force than I wanted to. I hurt them a lot." "Yes, that is the case. Why don't we go back to check on them," said Kakashi. "You know I can't do that," said Naruto. "Where's Sasuke?" Kakashi asked. "He's already gone. And you're just stay here waiting for me. I wanted to talk before I go." Kakashi did not say anything, although he would not let Naruto leave. "I'm sorry for doing this," said Kakashi. "Yes," said Naruto. "For doing all of this. But I can't stay at the village anymore." "What happened?" Kakashi said. "Everything was going so good. I know you didn't have a good life growing up, but things are different now, aren't they? After you saved the village, after defeating Gaara, the people start to look towards you with admiration. The talks are different. So why? Why now?" "That's just it," said Naruto. "Why now for them? Just because I saved their life. They look towards me with admiration, happiness, but before, I was a ghost. Do you know that for the most of my life, I was not seen by anyone, isolated, suffering, alone. It would have been better if they had mocked me, shouted at me. At least I would have believed that I was alive. But the messed up thing about it was, I never knew that being alone would be so much more painful. Kakashi sighed, as he blamed himself he was not there for the boy. And to think, they did all of this while my father sacrificed his life to save theirs. Kakashi stepped towards Naruto as he paused. Look, Naruto. No, said Naruto. I actually don't hate them. In fact, a long time ago I just stopped caring. All this time I've been putting on a smile. But my truest happy moments were when Team 7 was formed, and I had friends, good ones, and a sensei that acknowledged me. People started to acknowledge me for my strength. That was good. But I can't anymore, said Naruto as he looked towards his hand. When you see Snaddy, tell her I'm sorry. I can't hold it back anymore. She will understand what I mean. I apologize, Naruto, but I can't let you leave. Say, Kakashi, you need to come back to the village. I can't just let you go with Orochimaru. We don't know what he will do with you, or Sasuke. Not to mention, you doing this, you will be labeled as a criminal. Is that what you really want? No, said Naruto as he looked down. He then got to his feet. But I have to. Thanks for everything, Sensei. And tell Sakura. Tell her that I'm... As Naruto released a sigh. Tell her I'm sorry, said Naruto. Kakashi reached up to his headband as he was about to lift it. Sorry, Naruto, but I can't. Thanks for all your help, Sensei, said Naruto. His body then exploded. As it exploded into a mass of blood. As that blood evaporated into smoke. And the smoke flew away. Kakashi cursed as he jumped up to the stone head. As he used his Sharingan as he scanned the entire area, he slammed his fist in the rock. Damn it! They are past the border. They're gone. As Kakashi turned when he saw the rest of the medical team, a few others coming out here, to check if everything was okay. As he jumped down and pulled Kankuro from the wall and set him down on the ground. As a lone tear slipped from Kakashi's eye. I failed once again, Sensei, he thought to himself. They were gone, and there was no way that he could catch them now. Timeskip. Orochimaru sat in his laboratory. He was wearing a new face, as bandits were all around him, as he sat there waiting. As Kabuto was to his left. The door then opened up, as the Sound 4 entered, along with two other individuals. Ah, Sasuke-kun. You made it, Orochimaru said. At first, Orochimaru wanted to take Sasuke's body right away. But the time was already up after fighting Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Naruto. The time was already coming to an end. So he took this body instead. So he had 3 years. In those 3 years, he would train Sasuke into a deadly being. As he glanced over towards Naruto. By then, you should find a way to subdue Naruto, acting like he was helping. Therefore, making him into a perfect weapon, and also using him to annihilate the Akatsuki. Ah, Naruto-kun, Orochimaru said. I see that you realize that I am the only one that can actually help you. As Naruto stepped forward, passing Sasuke, Kabuto stepped in the way. As Naruto looked up at him. Last time we fought, you almost died. This time, you will not get back up, said Naruto. Orochimaru chuckled. It's quite alright, Kabuto-kun. Let him pass. As Naruto stepped forward as Kabuto stepped aside. As Naruto looked him right in the eyes, on face. I know that you're a sick, sadistic bastard, said Naruto. As Orochimaru still smiled. Go after Sasuke. Try to do anything out of the way then. What you promise. That is training. And I will kill you and everyone here. Orochimaru chuckled. Is that a way to talk to the man that is gonna help you from this endeavor that you're currently under? After all, with my help, you won't have to be plagued by your bloodlust anymore. As long as you do as I say, there will be no problem between us. So, can I count on your support, Naruto-kun? Fine, said Naruto, as Orochimaru smiled. Well then, I think we're gonna get along quite well. Time skip. At Konoha. As Sakura slowly twisted in her bed as she opened her eyes, she realized that she was in the hospital. You're finally awake, said a voice. As she turned to see Lady Snetty, Sakura said. As she jumped out of bed and sat up, she looked around frantically. It's alright, said Snetty, as she placed a hand on the girl's shoulder. Everyone made it back alive. They're resting up. Sakura breathed a sigh of relief. They got away, didn't they? Yes, I'm afraid they did. As Sakura hung her head in shame. It's not your fault. It is, she said as she clenched her fists. If I wasn't so weak, if I was stronger, maybe I could have done something. Maybe. I could have stopped them. But I was too weak. As she clenched her fists. Well then, we're gonna have a change it. As Sakura turned her head towards Nettie, tears in her eyes. I've read over your report. You're quite good at controlling your chakra. And I believe that you would be a perfect candidate for my training, said Nettie. Sakura was shocked. But, before that, tell me, do you intend to bring Naruto and Sasuke back? Or, are you giving up on them after what happened? Never, said Sakura. Snetty smiled. That's the fire I like to see, she said. But know this training will not be easy. I'm gonna lead you towards a brink and pull you back if you want to be strong enough to be able to bring them back. As Sakura looked up towards her new, supposedly sensei, I'll do anything, she said. Good. Because I'll need your help if I'm gonna bring those two back. And we will bring them back. Now get some rest. Because we begin tomorrow, once you're out of here. As Sakura nodded, as Nettie left, going to check up on the others, Sakura clenched her fists. She didn't know why they were doing this, or why the both of them went to Orochimaru, but she would not stop until she bring them back. As she reached down and placed a hand on her stomach, as she remembered Naruto knocking her out, she was gonna tell him something. As she lowered her head to the bed, maybe it was good that she did not say anything yet. If she still felt the same way after she found him, she would tell him, but she was definitely gonna bring them back. Meanwhile, Jiraiya appeared beside Snetty, as the man had a frown on his face. The council, he asked. I've already spoken to them. I will not put them up as missing names. As Jiraiya looked towards her, Kakashi told me that Naruto said that he was sorry, and that he couldn't control it anymore. What do you mean? Said Jiraiya. I'm sure that sensei told you that Naruto was having some problem with his bloodline. Yeah, but I thought that was sorted out. No, it has only gotten worse. He left this village because he needs help. Help that he thought I couldn't provide. Snetty smashed her fist in the wall in anger, as she's been holding it in for a while now, as the wall cracked. It was just so complex. I was needed to find something to help him. Jiraiya was confused. I'll tell you everything, she said. But the both of them are driven by reason. Sasuke wants to become strong enough to kill his brother, and Naruto just wants to protect everyone. Protect everyone? From himself, said Snetty. I made him a promise though, and I will see that I fulfill that promise. For now, the news is being contained about him leaving. We can't let the other villagers know that Konoha no longer possesses your Jinchuriki until we get him back here, and I slap some sense into him and Sasuke. What did you find out on your end? It will take 3 years for Sasuke to be consumed by Orochimaru, for him to take over his body. So that is our time frame here. The Akatsuki has gone quiet. I'm not sure when they'll resurface. Well, Orochimaru will probably train the both of them. After all, if he's gonna take over Sasuke's body, he'd want him to be at his peak, right? Jiraiya nodded. I doubt that Naruto will just stand by and let him take over Sasuke's body. The both of them are best friends, and despite everything that's going on, Naruto will not allow this. And he's definitely not an enemy of Konoha. Sakura, I'm gonna be taking that girl under my wing and train her. She is one of our best hopes of bringing them back, especially Naruto. Why do you say that? She might not know it herself, but I saw the way she acts around him. How upset that she got when she heard that he was locked himself in his house despite he was the one that put Sasuke in the hospital after what Sasuke said. She was so angry at Sasuke and so worried about him. She's in love with the blonde and she doesn't even know it. What about him? Jiraiya said. Does he? I don't know. He thinks of her as his best friend. Probably. He feels the same way, but he's just afraid. After everything he's been through. Something happened when we both got knocked out. Things I haven't told you yet. Things I thought I could solve on my own. But in order to bring them back, I'm gonna need your help, she said. Jiraiya nodded. He would do whatever it take. He couldn't let Orochimaru keep his hands on both of them, especially Naruto. The things that he would do to make things worse. Naruto was at Jinchuriki. As Tsunade nodded. Meanwhile, as Danzo was sitting back in his chair. So, they have left the village, huh? The man was angry. Despite his talks of trying to get Tsunade to understand that they need to rid the boy of the tailed beast and create a new host because of his escape from the village, she turned down all of his actions to send out a team to go out and find him. Well, he never offered his services because his roots were a secret, but she told him she had everything under control. She placed them all under the law of death if this news were to leave this room. As Naruto departing from Konoha would be a secret, then no one shall know. Until they bring him back, him and Sasuke, the both of them will be punished. But Tsunade was not going to place them in the bingo book. She would bring them back. As Danzo drummed his fingers on the table, that woman don't know what she's doing. He will find the boy himself. Also, taking out Orochimaru as well. As that damn sneakhead went behind his back and took the both of them. Something that was not allowed. So Orochimaru has to die. He waved his hand and 4 root anvils landed in front of him. It was time that he got down to business. Meanwhile, as Naruto stood in front of an open arena, there were several other people around. His eyes ignoring all of them as he just looked forward, until he felt a tap on the shoulder as he turned to see Sasuke. Are you okay? Sasuke said, seeing the look in his friend's eyes. I'm fine, said Naruto. I know you better than anyone else here, Sasuke said. Don't lie to me. Well, if you want to know, I'm angry, said Naruto. We've done so much, left so much behind. Sasuke clenched his fists. As much as I despise the snake, we need him right now to get stronger, and we will. I doubt after we've done everything, and after he stopped this bloodlust of yours, and when I kill Itachi, Konoha will turn us away. There might be some penalties, but they will not kill us or turn us away. Tsunade won't do that, said Naruto. She will have to punish us, but I doubt that she would spread this news. Given what I contain, said Naruto. If the other nations found out about this, it would be bad that I have left the village with the 9 tails. Well then. So just think of this as a sabbatical. I know it's hard, seeing that we left people that we care about behind. As Sasuke glanced towards Naruto, as Naruto knew who exactly he was talking about, one person in particular. But I need your help. I need you to be here so I don't drift too far in the darkness, so I can't even recognize myself. And I'll do the same thing for you. Deal? Said Sasuke. As Naruto turned towards him. Deal, said Naruto. First thing first, let us make these guys know who's in charge. As Naruto looked towards a group of fighters in front of him. Yes, let's, said Naruto. Time skip. 2 years. And 6 months later. That is a time. 2 years. 6 months. Since the two have left the village. A lot has happened. A lot indeed. For one, all of the Genins who got their ass handed to them had been pushing themselves non-stop to get stronger, realizing how outclassed they were, as Naruto had single-handedly defeated all of them. All of them felt miserable, that they could not bring him back and he was just one person. And they failed to stop him. Neji, Tenten, all of them. A lot has changed. But right now we're currently in a cave, where the members of the Akatsuki resides. The members are all there, except for Natsu. Given the fact that he wasn't really with the Akatsuki, he was just working with the masked man. The both of them had met up in the past, and due to what happened, that is the reason why Natsu was not really a part of the Akatsuki. He just wanted the same thing what the masked man wanted. In doing so, he offered his help every now and then, but he was not a part of the main group. Zetsu, the commanding tone of the leader, spoke as the being rose from the earth as he started to list them off. The One-Tails has become the Kazekage of the Sun. The Two-Tails still reside in Kumo. The Three-Tail has finally resurfaced as a tail beast. The Four and Five-Tails are not with the stone. They're in the borders, so they should be easy to retrieve. The Six-Tails is still on his own. The Seven is within Taki. The Eight-Tails is still at Kumo. I'm afraid that I have no news on Nine-Tails. As the eyes of the leader harden, it's been 2.5 years. How could you not find anything? He seemed to still be within Konoha. Perhaps he's a part of the Envoy or Hunter program. I've not seen or heard anything about him. He's just gone. He's not with Jiraiya the Sannin, who has been moving rather frantic lately, all over the place. I found him every now and then, but the boy is not with him, so I had to assume that he's within Konoha. They're hiding him. Perhaps it's because of what happened with Itachi and Kisame. Itachi's eyes narrowed, as Kisame remained stoic. There's no news about him going missing either, so he's within Konoha. He's just being kept, very hidden. It doesn't matter. He will be retrieved as well. In 1 month time the Akatsuki will strike. Zetsu will give you all the location of the Jinchurikis. You all already briefed about your assignments, so get ready. The hunt for the Jinchurikis will begin very soon. They're all dismissed, he said, as he did not give them a chance to speak. With that, they all vanished away. As a pair of Rinnegan eyes open, where do you think the Nine-Tails could be? The soft voice of Konan came from behind him. I don't know. But given what Zetsu has found so far, it seems like he's still within the village. Perhaps he is indeed the Envoy, hidden in the shadows like many. But I will root him out when I go to Konoha myself. Time skip. At Konoha Training Ground 7, Sakura has grown in these past 2.5 years. As her headband was tied up on her head, she had kept her hair short as she sat in the training ground. She was wearing a red shirt, a pink loose skirt with black shorts underneath, and high sandals with gloves on her hands. She had pushed herself like crazy over the past 2+ years to get ready. She kept her training up with Kurenai in the arts of Genjutsu, as she trained with Lady Tsunade, who had taught her super strength technique and the arts of a medic. She had adapted better than even Tsunade expected, but there was a frown on her face. So much time has passed and yet nothing. They have not found a single trace about Naruto or Sasuke. As she sat there, she leaned against a post. She thought they would have found something by now, but there was nothing. She kept on asking, but Tsunade told her they hadn't found anything yet. The team was told to keep it a secret. No one didn't even know that they were missing. A ninja life was rather hectic, so people could miss them every now and then when they go on missions, so no one questioned it. As Sakura just sat there, sometime her mind feared the worst, but she refused to believe that they were dead. She would not think that. They were out there somewhere, and she will find them after all the training that she has done, all that she has accomplished. Next time she saw them, she would bring them back, no matter what, as she tightened her gloves. With that, she picked herself up as she made her way off. Meanwhile, secret location, a man known as Amaki. He was wearing a lab coat with grey shorts, black boots, and a grey shirt underneath. He once worked with Orochimaru, but he decided to screw the snake over by taking the research and fleeing, as he believed that he could, well, do it by himself. It's been 2+ years, and there has been nothing, not even a sighting of Orochimaru finding him. But now, "How did you find me?" he said. Standing across from him was the man himself, Sasuke Uchiha. He had surely grown over the past years, as he was wearing a rope around his waist, with his coat coming down a white shirt that exposed his chest, black pants, and sandals. "That doesn't matter," Sasuke said. "I believe that you have something for Orochimaru." "My work is my own," said Amaki. "I am the one who found out the formula, and I will not share it." "I didn't come here to hear your lectures and talking. I just came here for the scroll. Now hand it over." Amaki snarled. "Well, I guess I'll just have to kill you to keep myself a secret." As Amaki ran over towards the table and pressed the button, the ground started to open up, as a strange mass of water came out. It was a creature with a red orb in the center of it. "Meet my creation, Umabozu!" As Amaki chuckled, "I was planning to use it on the snake the next time he shows himself. Now I'll just use it on you, as a test subject." Amaki was cut off as something was thrown and it landed right in front of him. Amaki froze when he saw it was Aizurabi. As he has been using the girl, he promised that he would turn her back to normal as long as she did as he said. As her throat was slit open, she was dead. As Amaki looked up towards Sasuke, "I forgot to tell you, I didn't come here alone." Amaki snapped his head up as he saw someone sitting on the railing, looking down at him. The person had long, white flowing hair. He was wearing a red t-shirt, long sleeve, that was attached to his body. He seemed to be around 6'2". Black pants. He was wearing black boots, a coat that rested behind him. As he was focused on the massive monster, "Kill them!" The mass of water reached out as it slammed into the man that was on the railing, completely destroying it. Amaki smirked until he noticed there was nothing there. He looked towards his creation to see if his creation had absorbed him, as the thing was basically a water prison that could move. But to his surprise, there was nothing inside of it. He then snapped his head around back towards Sasuke. As Naruto landed right beside his friend, he had a scroll in his hand. "I found it," said Naruto. Amaki was shocked. "Where did you get that?" he asked. "Without my code, how did you get in?" "Your little friend there tried to stop me." "Well, you now see the results of what happened," said Naruto as he turned to look towards the man, his eyes showing his dojutsu. As he looked into Amaki's eyes, Amaki stepped back in fright until he frowned. "Destroy him!" As his monster came moving forward. As Naruto took in a breath, he held it for a while before he turned towards the monster. "Burn away," he said. Red flames came from his mouth like a tidal wave. The water monster could not handle it, as it was evaporated. Amaki screamed as the flames washed over him. It incinerated his bones. And every single thing, he was just gone, erased from reality. As Naruto turned his sights back to Sasuke, before he started to walk, as Sasuke walked along with him, as the both of them left the base. Time skip. As they were hopping from tree branch to tree branch, making their way back to Orochimaru. "He's getting worse," said Naruto. "I saw him coughing. The time is coming for him to switch bodies. He has trained you, prepared you for this time. He's gonna come after you now," said Naruto. "We're just gonna have to kill him first," said Sasuke. "Did you hear anything about the Akatsuki?" Yes, I heard Orochimaru relaying information to him. They've been on the move, taking care of missing names. Seem like they're collecting money for the organization. Orochimaru want me to kill them, so he has told me a lot about them. The one that has been killing missing names go by the name Kakazu. He's said to be immortal, but he just possessed 5 hearts. His partner, on the other hand, was said to be truly immortal. He's with some religion known as Jushin. So he can't be destroyed, said Sasuke. He can't, said Naruto. Then he's not truly immortal, is he? I guess you're right there, said Naruto as he hopped, along with Sasuke. There is also Deidara, the Mad Bomber, from the Hidden Stone. Sasori, the Scorpion, from the Sun. The leader is a man that even Orochimaru seemed to fear. Ice, that were only said in myths, the Rinnegan. If Orochimaru fears him, he's gonna be hard to take down, said Sasuke as he jumped from tree branch to tree branch. That is what I was thinking, said Naruto. But I'll have to see for myself. Seems the Akatsuki's are indeed going after the Tailbeasts. Perhaps they will start with Gaara first. He became the Kazekage, said Sasuke. Yes, said Naruto. Seems that my word somehow changed him back then. When we last fought, he told me that himself. Told me that he was gonna change for the better. And I should not go down this road. It would be a shame after all that he has accomplished would be just taken away because he has Jinchuriki. You're gonna go after them, aren't you? Said Sasuke. Once we kill Orochimaru first, yes, said Naruto. We can also use them to get information on your brother and Kisame. While I kill the fish, you take care of your brother, and we annihilate the rest of the Akatsuki. Sasuke waited as he looked towards Naruto to hear what he had to say. Then what? Sasuke asked. He knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to revive his clan. But Naruto, things hasn't been so good in the past year and a half. The things that Orochimaru did to test Naruto's loyalty. Orochimaru did not trust Naruto one bit, believing that he will backstab him at any moment. Well, in actuality, Naruto will. But still, he has done some things to help Naruto with his bloodlust. Gave him medicine, injected him, basically experimented on him. Naruto seemed to be fine after the experiments, but his hair, it started to turn even more white than before, and now, it was completely white. He was no longer blonde. Orochimaru had studied Naruto's seal, and he had gotten angry, really angry when he didn't find something that he wanted. So he didn't make Naruto go under the same process as Sasuke to put him in the coffin. So he started to send Naruto out on missions. It was a mission of proving his loyalty, making him do things, cruel, wicked things. As Sasuke was worried about his friend. For the longest time now, Naruto hasn't spoke about returning back to Konoha. He hasn't said that word not even once. As Sasuke was starting to get worried. In the first place, Naruto was the one that was always telling that they would go back to Konoha once they were done with this all, but now, he was the one wondering if Naruto wanted that anymore. Once this is all over, said Sasuke, we'll return back to the village. As Naruto looked forward, he didn't say anything for a few seconds. He then finally spoke. Yes, he said. And just like that, they made their way. It took them a while, but they finally arrived, back towards the secret hideout. So Ninja stepped aside, as he seemed to be afraid as hell. As both Naruto and Sasuke walked, they finally made their way towards the main room, as they saw Orochimaru sitting on a table. As Naruto tossed the scroll towards him, Orochimaru caught it. As he looked over the scroll, a smile came on his face. Good work as usual, he said. I assume there was no problem. Amaki is dead, said Naruto. Well, his fate was always up to you, Naruto-kun. I didn't specify if I want him in a state or not. And I kind of already knew that you would not leave him alive. As Orochimaru smiled at that, you two must be tired from your long mission. Why don't you go and get rest up? As Naruto turned and walked away, Sasuke stayed for a moment before he turned and walked away as well, as he didn't say anything to Orochimaru. Orochimaru watched him leave with a smile on his face as Kabuto entered. He greeted his master with a bow. "It seems like everything is going exactly as planned, master," said Kabuto. "Yes, indeed. It took longer than I expected. Somehow my soul fragment was destroyed in the curse mark, so I was unable to completely bear my will upon him. But as I suspected, without a source, the curse mark is just empty. And with all of our training, I've been slowly pushing my chakra into it, warping his mind. Less and less does he question my motives. He quickly do as I say. He's becoming a perfect weapon," Orochimaru said with a smile. "And as for Sasuke, he's still rough around the edges, but he would not do anything to endanger his best friend." As Orochimaru reached and pulled out a bottle of pills, thousands had to die to create these pills for me to finally understand how his bloodline worked, and I'm the only one that can reproduce them. But my lord, if you're able to slow down the process, you can take it away as well, can't you? Of course, Kabuto. After all my experiments, I noticed a key link where this bloodlust came from. His blood is constantly fueling itself on his energy, empowering that into nothing but rage. The more he fights, the more he wants to kill. I've been able to delay it with these pills. So far, everything was working out quite well. If Tsunade was to get her hands on one of these pills, she would be able to help him, just like what I did for Kimimaro. If you think about it, their cases are quite the same. The only thing that Tsunade lacks is 1,000 test subjects to really understand what to do. As Kabuto nodded as Orochimaru went into a fit of laughter. "Your time is coming. What will you do?" "Kimimaro is still an option. No. I want him by my side for the events that will come. And I want Naruto as well by my side. With taking over Sasuke, Naruto will never hurt the body, so it is a perfect win-win." As Orochimaru's smile was filled with nothing but glee. "Get everything ready. The time is coming very soon," Orochimaru said. "Those eyes of his will be mine." Meanwhile, as Naruto had separated from Sasuke, as he went to his own sleeping quarters, as he told Sasuke that he was tired, as he slowly made his way. As Naruto reached and grabbed the door handle, as he sent someone inside, he opened the door. As he pushed it open, sitting on his bed was none other than Teiwaya. "So you're finally back, shithead," she said. "Took you long enough." As Naruto looked her over, before turning towards his decks, he pulled out his chair and sat down. "Hey, are you gonna ignore me like that?" But he did not say a word to her. As Naruto opened a book, she got up angrily as she marched towards him. She reached out to grab him, but Naruto turned and grabbed her hand. "What? Finally noticing me," she said. "A lot around here would not try what you did, knowing that they will die if they did. What makes you think that you're different?" As she leaned in close to him. "Well, seeing that I've been screwing you over the past year or so, I doubt that you would kill me that easily. Yes, you are cold-hearted and a dick sometime, but I doubt you will kill me that easily." As Naruto picked himself up, "What makes you think that?" he asked. "Well, why don't you try? Shit for brains." "Don't think I won't fight back," she said, as Naruto gripped her other hand. "And what makes you think you can even land a scratch on me? Try something and we'll see," she said. As Naruto looked her over, he moved and slammed her in the wall. As she winced a bit, she pulled back her fist as he pinned both hands on the wall before he captured her lips. As she leaned into the kiss, she got free of his hold. As she placed her arms around his neck, she jumped right on him, wrapping her legs around him. As the both of them dropped on the bed, things went crazy afterwards. Time skip. The books were off the table. As a chair was flipped over, the decks was over to the other side of the room. Their heated session had turned things wild. It turns out she actually liked someone that, well, fight against her. Her loud mouth got people to just ignore her, but he did not. He even went as far as to shut her up by slapping the shit out of her once when she took things too far. And a part of her actually liked it. She seemed to be a masochist. There was no love involved or anything like that. They just did this to blow off steam, and it was working. As for Naruto, he wasn't asleep but his eyes were closed. As Naruto found himself within his seal, the fox lying down on the grass in front of him. As Naruto took in a deep breath, as Kurama watched him. "It's getting worse," Kurama said. As he looked over Naruto, Naruto flexed his arms, then speeded up the process. "What do you think I'm doing?" Kurama said. "Those pills of his contain his blood and chakra. He's trying to forcefully subdue you, to control you like a puppet." "Let him believe that it's working," said Naruto. "Let him think that he can actually control me." Kurama chuckled darkly. "I can't wait for it to rip his throat clean open. Finally get rid of that damn sneak." As Naruto and Kurama relationship has built quite a lot over the past 2.5 years. The both of them despise the snake. After Naruto realized that the pills, he always knew that Orochimaru tried to control him, because the soul fragment in the seal was gone, so he was trying another way. But Kurama chakra was able to instantly vaporize Orochimaru's. But Naruto had to play the part. He knew what he was doing, but he also had to do a couple of things over the past 2.5 years to show his loyalty. Butchering people. Killing people that he didn't want to kill. Some of them innocents. And that has really took its toll on him, to make him question life itself. The things that he has done. Natsu has killed innocent people. He switched. As Naruto remembers his words, you either die a hero, or live to see yourself become a villain. And that is what Naruto was right now, a villain. He knew that he was still playing the part as Orochimaru loyal lapdog, but still, he had killed so much, done so much that he didn't want to do. And there was no going back. He could not bring someone back to life. What would Sakura, Tsunade, Jiraiya think of him now? That he became a monster. So his mind on returning back to Konoha was getting less and less. But he would help Sasuke out, kill Itachi afterwards. He didn't know. He just didn't know. As Naruto sat in the mindscape, he had learned everything. When regarding Seal Masters of the Elemental Nation regarding Oza Seal Masters, Oza Seal Masters are on a completely different level. And Naruto learned everything in the book. All of the techniques, all of the seal and jutsus, every single thing. He has not been taking these 2.5 years lightly. And he studied his own seal. Even without the key, he could break it. But in doing so, he would be forced to meet his parents. And he was afraid to face them. He was angry and also afraid. He knew that their chakra was in a seal, but the moment he broke it, the moment he controlled the fox chakra, well, he would meet them. And he was afraid of seeing them, afraid to even talk to them. The fox did not care if he controlled his chakra for now, as he knew that Naruto would stick to his word. Once he killed Natsu, once he was finished. As Naruto thought about the pills, Orochimaru had made him a lot of them, to last him for a long while. A sign of trust to show him that as long as he stay in line, he will not do anything out of the way. But once he kill Orochimaru, they're eventually gonna run out. And he's gonna return back to the blood-lusting monster. And after 2.5 years of being suppressed, if he gave into that bloodlust, with the power that he now possessed, he wasn't sure anyone could stop him. Not even Orochimaru knew the depths of what he can do with his blood right now. As it also frightened Naruto. If he was so powerful, then how powerful was Natsu? As he realized that in the beginning when the man fought him, and when they fought at Chunin exams, the man was holding back so much power, after Naruto saw what he could do himself. But he's gonna kill him. He has an advantage, and that was a fox. But afterwards, after freeing the fox, after annihilating the Akatsuki, what was left for him? Kurama snorted. As Naruto opened his eyes and looked up, realizing Because of his mood, the mindscape was changing. The place returned back to normal, as the cloudy weather vanished. Stop thinking these depressed thoughts. You have something to accomplish, something to look forward for. So do it, because you're bumming me out, said Krama. As Naruto chuckled a bit, well, at least I can always have you, to put me back on the right track. Like a helping guide, Krama snorted. I'm the most powerful Biju, not your helping guide. Keep telling yourself that, said Naruto. As Naruto felt the chakra vanish. But the pill process still worked. And he was calm. When are you gonna get rid of the damn snake? Soon, said Naruto. The Akatsuki is bound to make their move soon. And I'll reintroduce myself to the world once again. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, something to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Anime King 2 of What If Naruto Became the King of the Necromancers, and enjoy that, guys. And remember, for anyone this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. Yes, guys. If you don't already know, I have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace.